Okay, I will tell you. The guy asked to take me on a picnic. We planned to go on Saturday. He said, I really want to spend the full day with you. So like come over early and then we'll go on a picnic. Okay, great. So the day comes. Good morning, beautiful. Excited to see you today. What time are you planning? And I said, how about noon? I have a couple things to do and I can come by at noon. He's like, how about 2:30 because I have to work out. Okay, cool. So I show up. It's a beautiful day. I'm wearing a sundress, like so excited for this picnic thing. He's 30 minutes late and shows up still in like sweaty workout clothes. It's like, okay. He's like, let's go upstairs real quick. We'll get the stuff for the picnic and then we'll go on our picnic. Okay, cool. So we go upstairs and he gets a phone call. So he takes this call for like 10 minutes. So I'm just sitting there like waiting for him to wrap up this call. So rude. Then he sits down and says, hey, so like, do you still want to go on a picnic? Because I need to go to my parents' house at 6 and they're cooking dinner and it'd be really rude for me to show up and not eat with them. Okay. No, we don't have to eat, but like you invited me to eat with you, to have a picnic with you. And he's like, well, I mean, like we can, like you can eat, but I'm not going to. But like we can grab some wine, but I don't have any. And I probably won't drink because then I have to drive to my parents. Oh, okay. And
the funny thing is, like, she's telling a story about this guy who is flaky and is not taking her, very seriously, and this date for this picnic with her, he's just kind of blowing it off. Though these chicks, I'm not saying her in particular, but she looks like she might have done this in the past, but these chicks have no problem doing this to guys. They did this pretty much their entire lives, right? And nobody's playing a violin for all the guys that they pissed on. Yet, when it happens to them just one time, oh my gosh, stop the world, right? I mean, everyone stop what you're doing. Oh my gosh, there's travesties going on. But for guys, I mean, this is just par for the course, right? This happens to us all the time. Period. We just deal with it. We don't get on social media and cry about it. We just go, okay, on to the next, right? Because that's all you can do. But the second it happens to one of these chicks, it's usually these chicks who are already past the age of 30. That's when they flip out about it because it's never happened to them before. They are experiencing what men experience every single day, right? And they can't handle it. They can't handle it.
as I'm like trying to figure out an exit plan, how to get out of there, because like I'm already irritated with the whole thing. He says, you know what?
How's
I
it feel?
actually need to shower. So here's the remote. Why don't you find something to watch and like wait for me to shower, and then we'll figure out what we should do before I leave for my parents. And I just left. Like, you wasted my time. So he calls after he gets out of the shower. He's like, where did you go? You just dipped? Like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm no longer interested. He says, are you mad that we didn't go on a picnic? I just assumed you didn't want to go because of what you were wearing. He also then says, you know what? I'm unbothered by this. I'm really happy with my life and I don't need this kind of drama. So dramatic for calling you on your...
So, yeah, she's just really getting a taste of her own medicine, right? Are you telling me that this chick has never done this to a dude who's asked her out? Are you telling me she's never flaked on a guy? She's never stood a guy up? She's never made plans with a guy and then last minute made up some bonehead excuse why she couldn't go, or a cat is in the hospital, or, her sister needs a ride, or parents suddenly magically flew into town? No, these chicks do this all the time, right? And the funny thing, too, is this is really a symptom of what happens when you try to go for guys that are a bit out of your league, which many of these modern women do, right? They go for guys who are just a little bit too far out of their league these days because now they're older, a few more wrinkles, a few more gray hairs. And these guys just treat them as such, okay? I mean, she could easily, this chick, I mean, this chick could easily get. I'm sure if she's on a dating app like she's claimed, she's, believe me, her inbox is full. Right? She's getting messages just every minute of the day. Even her. Right? She is getting tons of messages from dudes who are mostly, I'm going to say most of these guys are just totally blue pill. All right? They're telling her they'll sweep her off her feet, they'll pay her rent, they'll pay her bills, they'll buy her a car, all this other stuff, as long as she just goes on a date with them. She's bypassing all of these like so-called nice guys. Most of them are like fake nice guys, right? She's bypassing all of these blue pill nice dudes and going for these guys who are out of her league, just a little bit better looking than what she should probably be going for, a little bit financially more secure than what she should probably going for. Just basically guys that she should have pegged down in her 20s and never got divorced from. But yet here she is. She's experiencing the life of a middle-aged woman who's divorced and is competing against women who are fresh out of high school. So all you ladies who are thinking about divorcing your husbands, you should watch some of these videos. I think it'll make you think twice. All right.
So I just read a Glamour magazine article on dating trends of 2021, and I wanted to share them with you. Number 1, new dawn daters. A lot of breakups happened in 2020, so the new dawn daters is an eclectic mix of people who are back on the market and ready to mingle, or people who are new to the dating app scene altogether. Number 2.
People are back on the dating market. That sounds like, if you went to like Walmart, and you started, they were offering products that people have returned that were defective. Why would you want to buy that product? No.
Hardballing. These are the people who are not messing around. If somebody doesn't check all of the boxes, it's a no-go.
That should be mostly men, right? Not women who are in their middle ages, because you don't have that leverage anymore to be calling the shots like you did 20 years ago.
Next is Astro Love. This is when you add your zodiac sign to your dating profile, and it's been shown to increase your chance of match by 53%, people. What? Then there's slow dating, taking the time to know each other and make a connection. The last one is called loc dating. Post-lockdown, people were more inclined to date locally, so it may be you falling in love with a neighbor.
How about lower your standards dating, where you're a modern woman in your 40s and you don't have that many options anymore, so you lower your standards so you can get the guy that you want instead of driving yourself batty by going for guys out of your league that aren't going to take you seriously, are just going to have sex with you and then disappear from your life. Okay? When will that become a thing? Lower standards dating. All right, one more.
All right, invest with Gen Z. I love this comment so much. Number 1, because I had to Google what a pick-me was, and turns out it's not a compliment. So we'll start there. Number 2, my 3-year-old comes into my bedroom every single morning and tells me that my breath smells. So that's how I start my day. You can't really hurt my feelings. Lastly, I am a mid-30-year-old millennial, a mom of 2 kids and single.
We call that a single mom, which is a terrible thing to be. It's a selfish thing to be, and it's currently a plague on society. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. It is really a plague on society that's going to lead to a whole lot of crime in the future.
I put my Tinder pics on here. I make TikToks. Yeah, I'm a pick-me. Please pick me. Pick me! Pick me!
All right. Wow, chill out. Yeah, I know she's sort of like kidding and stuff, but I think a lot of people have the definition of a pick-me girl totally wrong, right? A lot of the mainstream wants to just kind of create this assumption that a pick-me girl is some woman who wants to be feminine, traditional, get in a relationship with a masculine man, have a family, have a house with a white picket fence, which really back in the day, that was what you were supposed to do, right? That's basically the fantasy of every little girl back then. But now, because the mainstream and is evil to the core, they want to turn basically everything upside down, where like good is evil and evil is good, right? So I mean, it's no different when it comes to like these terminologies that they're using to try to shame women into cooperating with their ideology, right? So they say a pick-me is that traditional type, a girl who wants a husband, family, doesn't want a corporate career, wants to settle down and and have kids while she's still fertile. That's just so pick-me. But really, you know what a pick-me girl is? It's a chick who follows the narrative, who just bends the knee and kisses the ring of the globalists, becomes a feminist, starts promoting like wokeness, starts falling in line with the rest of the indoctrinated NPCs, and just starts parroting the same rhetoric that every other modern chick is parroting out there, because she's afraid of speaking up and standing up against the mob. Really? You know what? That's the pick-me girl, right? That is the pick-me girl. The girl who doesn't have the courage to go against the current thing or whatever's popular right now. That is the pick-me girl. The girl who doesn't have the courage or the cojones, right, to stand her ground in the face of heat and go, not follow the beaten path. That is a pick-me girl. But a girl who wants to be traditional, still have a family, still raise children, be of service to the community, be a good wife, become a good mother, that's not a pick-me. That takes courage, because those women are getting hated on these days, right? That is what takes courage to me. That is not being a pick-me. That is going against the grain and embracing your femininity. Unlike all these butch... all they have to watch my language, because then it qualifies as HATE speech, right? All of these butch DYKES feministas out there who are really just grifters and NPCs for the establishment and globalists, right? It's just so sad that they can't even think for themselves. They can't even formulate their own cohesive thoughts that are true to them. No, they just parrot what they're being told to parrot, right? That to me is a pick-me, because they can't think for themselves. As always, we'll wrap up here. I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out here from my garage with the DeLorean. And don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you subscribe. So please make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well, so it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, same exact type of women that myself and my students all over the world are out there cold approaching every single day. And I kid you not, every single day we're making things happen. And I want you to join us. I want you to become one of us. And right now, it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me. It's just $1. It's really easy to sign up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you could get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.